Hi, Phil Aston here from Now Spinning Magazine, and this is the update for the website and the YouTube channel. Wow, this is the August 2023 update. Could I have known that little over, you see, 2 years? I think I'm just reaching my second birthday in doing this. And the first year I kind of like dabbled with it because I remember it could have been about 8 or 9 months in and I reached 150 subscribers. And now, at the time of doing this video, I've crossed over the 8,000 subscribers point. In fact, in the same week, we've reached 1 million views, over 1 million, and I think it's 25,000 views now. 80,000 hours of video has been watched, and I've done over 600 videos for the YouTube channel. I mean, it's just amazing. The website gets 140,000 visits a month. Twitter, Instagram, the Facebook group is nearly 1,200 members now of fanatical music fans who just love to buy CDs and vinyl. And this is a multi-format operation project. So CDs are just as welcome as vinyl, and I'll talk about cassettes or music programs, ticket stubs, music DVDs and book reviews. I'll cover absolutely everything, and of course the podcast interviews, which I'll come to in a moment. But I've got tons of video ideas to do, and I know obviously I've got now a routine of doing some which I know are really popular. When I look back at classic albums and I just talk about it from my own personal perspective, my memories and what was going on at the time, I know those are really popular, and there's loads of those. There's this album of the artist retrospectives and ranking videos, but again interspersed with why, from my own personal perspective, why I do that. And there's box set reviews, there's loads of those coming up, and new music reviews and new albums as well. And I'm also going to be covering a lot more new music and a lot of new rock bands as well. So there's absolutely tons of stuff. This is especially as Now Spinning Magazine expands. We recently in the Record Collector magazine with our campaign for polyline sleeves for new vinyl. That's gone incredibly well. I've also been a guest on many things like Pete Pardo and the Sea of Tranquility channel, which has been fantastic. Pete does wonderful stuff over there, and it's been exciting to just talk with like-minded people. I'm Martin Popoff. And the podcasts, whether it's Doogie White or Andy Powerful, Wishbone Ash or Manfred Mann. I've got so many artists coming up. I've got new bands coming up. I can't announce them all at the moment, but this is so exciting to me that I'm talking to people who I never would imagined when I was watching these bands growing up, that one day I'll be talking to them. It's just amazing. But also to use what's happening here in Now Spinning Magazine to help new bands as well. New bands who need to be seen. I realise now I've got responsibility here. As the channel grows and you know, the way things are going, we're going to reach 10,000 subscribers, aren't we? And I just want to use this place for good. I want to use this place to bring music fans and collectors together from around the world. Those of us who think we're the only one from our peer group, wherever we are, that's still interested in music. You know, we've grown up and our friends have drifted apart, and we want to talk about music, how we feel about it, how it makes us feel and makes us feel good about life. But the people we used to talk about like that have moved on to other things. And that was one of the things that started this. And now, of course, you can see in the comments, and thousands of people that look at this. I think something like 10,000 views a week or something at the moment, nearly 1,000 new subscribers a month, is that there are lots of us that just love having music around us and how it makes us feel. And I say, don't I, at the end of every video, that music is the healer and the doctor. It's a process, but it really is the perfect, ultra safe supplement that you can take on a daily basis that really can lift your spirit and your soul. And also my music for mental health videos are going to, increase again. But I've got the ranking videos, music biz chat, talking about how CD sales and vinyl sales are going. Remember, we are multi-format. I think I've already said that, but we are. It's all formats are welcome here. All of them. And also the way that I manage this channel and website is that I want it to be safe for all of you that comment. And I'll cover everything. So unlike many other rock-centric channels, I'll cover soul, funk, jazz, and classical, anything, rock music, because that's how I grew up. But my musical tastes have expanded in every direction you could possibly think of. And I just want, whatever it is, if you want to comment about something, you can feel safe commenting here. If it's something you don't like, you don't need to comment. You don't need to watch it. Just let it roll. But anyone who's kind of like rude or any hint of bullying, and it's gone. It's deleted. And that's my promise to you, that this is a safe place for you to hang out. And I'm taking that approach as I've taken it from the Facebook group as well, which is probably one of the most friendliest communities on earth. Slightly just next to this one, I would say. Also, I do want to say this. Many of you have been with me from the very beginning when I did have 100 subscribers, and many of you are supporting me. And that support is so important to me. I'm not doing anything else and just doing this in the evening. I'm doing this literally as a full-time project. I've given myself a certain amount of time, and I'm going to dive into this. And so some videos can take all day to do, all day to film and to edit and put together. And I'm doing that. And your support, those of you who are patrons, you pay like £3, etc. a month, or $3, are really helping. You're paying for the Adobe software or the Zoom subscriptions for the podcast or the website stuff, or helping me with the time, and helping me to buy cameras and lights and stuff. It makes a difference. It makes a difference to making sure I can do this. And as many of you've noticed, I'm doing more and more, and that's why. It's because of your support. And so those of you who don't want to be a patron, you could be a YouTube member. It's the same things. You get to see all my videos before anyone else, and then before they go out. But you also will get to see videos that don't ever be made public. That's not because there's anything wrong with them. It's just that they're part of my present to you. My gift to you is that I will do things that are just for my supporters, where I'll go into more detail and more kind of and more stuff about albums and singles and stuff that have meant to me. There'll be like really honest and truthful stuff about music and how it's affected me through my life, really. And I know some of you can't afford to do that. And because what I don't want is some people have subscribed and helped me, and then have said they can't do it anymore because of the cost of living crisis, and then they fall away, and they feel almost like embarrassed to be then hanging around in the comments as if like I'm going to have a problem with it. I don't. I understand. So if some people can only subscribe to me or help me as a patron for a few months, it's fine. But if you just feel like, if I met Phil, I might buy him a cup of coffee. You can also donate a one-off donation. It all makes a difference. And this part of this video is the bit that I find really difficult to do. It's not easy. I'm not the kind of outgoing guy that just talks about, subscribe to me, do this and that. I'm not very good at it. So this is probably the most outspoken I've ever been about it. But it's because I've realised now that Now Spinning Magazine is a thing. And it's doing well. And as I said, I want it to be a force for good. I want it to really bring people together. So if you can help me in any way to maintain this and take it further, then I'm really, really, really grateful. And if you can't do any of those things, subscribing to the YouTube channel, sharing, liking and commenting is also helpful. Telling your friends about it, sharing it somewhere else. All of those things make a difference. And the podcast stuff, as I said, I've got lots of people I'm going to be interviewing. I've got box sets, great new stuff to review. I've got classic stuff to review, ranking videos. I'm going to be doing tons of stuff. And so finally, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all of you for being part of this journey, for all of the private messages, emails, whether it's Twitter, Instagram or Facebook or here that you send to me, a messenger. It really, really makes a difference. And all of you have encouraged me to keep doing this. And I really feel that we're on the kind of launch pad of taking it another notch higher, really. And I've learned a lot about doing these videos. I've got a little bit better, but I know that why many of you like what I do is because I just talk about the music that means a lot to me. And I've never lost that sense of wonder. So I know some people, when we get to a certain age, will start to think we've heard it all before, it's not as good as it used to be. I've never had that. I still remember the excitement of listening to those records when I was growing up, in the early 70s. But if I listen to a record now in 2023, like one I got sent this morning to listen to by a band called Tempt, who I'm going to interview very soon, I had the same excitement of hearing those power chords and the bass and the drums and the vocals as I did back then. Music is just such a wonderful art form, and collecting music, as I've said before, is the personal art collection of the common man and woman, isn't it really? It's something that's unique to us. It's an art collection that only talks to us because of the things that we've been through. And when we play a record, it could take us back to several points in our life, depending on where we played it and how special that music is. And only music can do that. And for those, I stream every day. That's how I discover new things, or someone mentions everything to me. But actually owning and buying a CD or a vinyl album, there's just nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And sometimes, as I've said before, you don't even need to play it. Just having it near you, just having it next to you, and just flicking through the notes or anything, it conjures up stuff. It really, really does. And it just helps in these dark times, or wherever you are in the world and you turn the news on. It's not that uplifting, is it? So this is what Nasbini Magazine is. It's a place to hang out with like-minded people who love buying and collecting and just enjoying and loving music, because music is the healer and the doctor. As I've said, it's a process, but it really is a wonderful thing. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, thank you for being here, thank you for everyone who's been with me on part of this journey, whether you've just joined or you've been here since the very beginning. It's great to have you here. Take care, keep spinning those discs, and I shall see you very, very soon.